One early morning, Henry woke up with a start, to his driver saying, "Wake up, Henry! It's time to pull the first train of the day." "Pooh!" scoffed Henry. "It's too early for this." "I'm sorry, Henry," replied his driver, "but I'm afraid there's nothing we can do. It's their Topham Hatt's orders." "All right, don't fuss," grumbled Henry. "Just let me get ready first." If Henry hadn't been so busy grumbling, he may have noticed that he was being watched by the troublesome trio. With a hiss of steam, an ugly yawn, and lots of grumbling, Henry finally left the shed. "Why me? Why me?" grumbled Henry. Meanwhile, Gordon was at Knapford, waiting to leave with the express. He was still thinking about what he would do with Henry when Henry arrived. Gordon was still deeply hurt about what Henry did, or at least, what he thought Henry did. Henry tried to be casual and cheerful. He gave a friendly whistle in greeting. He was surprised when Gordon actually whistled back. "Oh, I guess he's not mad at me, after all. I guess he actually does believe me. I guess we are still friends," said Henry happily. However, he soon realized that Gordon was only responding to his guard's whistle. And with a loud whistle, a pompous look, a loud wheeze of steam, and lots of express coaches, Gordon left the station. Henry felt powerless as he watched the express leave. He gave one sad toot of his own whistle and slowly left with his train. Later, Gordon was boasting to Edward about how fast he was going with the express and how he'd kept to time. Edward was clinging on to his sanity for dear life. When Henry pulled up next to them, "Hello, Edward," he said in his normal voice. Edward looked very uncomfortable. He was aware of the feud between Henry and Gordon. "Why, hello, Gordon," said Henry. "How are you doing this fine day?" "I will talk to you later, Edward," said Gordon quietly, and puffed away. "Are you all right, Henry?" asked Edward. "No," replied Henry. "Can't you see Gordon hates me?" "No, he doesn't hate you," replied Edward. "Oh, really? So you're old and blind now?" "I'm sorry, Edward," Henry immediately apologized. "It's just pretty clear to me that Gordon hates me." "Look, Henry," said Edward, "what Gordon needs is space to breathe. Just give him some space to cool off, and if he's a true friend, he'll realize that it was all the troublesome trio's lies and tricks. Anyway, I've got to go. I've got a train to pull." Edward puffed away. But Henry was not going to let Gordon go that easily. He knew what he must do. Henry was determined to do all he could to be Gordon's friend, and to tell him that what the spiteful engine said about him wasn't the full truth. So, whenever Gordon was resting in a siding or in an area alone, Henry was sure to show up and try to start a conversation with him. Much to Gordon's dismay, he would frequently try to run away from Henry. Unfortunately, 98462, 87546, and 76624 were seeing all this, and decided to teach Henry a lesson for bothering Gordon. Next morning, Henry woke up to a strange man standing outside of his shed. "Wake up," said the strange man. "A special train is coming, and you're to pull it." "I haven't been informed of any special train," said Henry. "Please, just come with me. It's the Fat Controller's orders," said the strange man. Henry's driver opened the regulator, and Henry puffed away, still grumbling to himself. Meanwhile, Gordon was at Knapford, waiting to leave with the express, when suddenly he heard Henry's whistle. Then, all of a sudden, he noticed a freight train on Henry's line. Frantically blasted his whistle to warn Henry. But Henry was too conceited to know that Gordon was warning him. "He's whistling to me because I'm such a fine engine. Let me whistle back." Then suddenly he saw the freight train in front of him. Henry's driver and fireman had jumped clear before the crash, but Henry's front and the brake van were badly bent. Soon Eagle came to clear the mess and to take Henry to the works. As Henry was taken away to the works, something didn't sit right in Gordon. He suspected foul play, and at that moment, 98462 slid by with a freight train. Gordon knew there were two things he had to do. 1. Watch his back, and 2. Stay away from the troublesome trio.